Yeah, guys, well, you know I've been covering several of these rallies and protests, what seems like all year long, really. And one thing I'll say I noticed about this one that was maybe a little bit more than I've seen in other protests is the people in the crowd seemed more engaged tonight than I've ever seen them engaged before, really hanging on to every word of the speaker, trying to figure out what they can do individually to make a difference.
We must challenge our instinctual fear of who will protect us without the police and to recognize that these systems have never protected us.
Hundreds, if not thousands, gathered at Nubian Square.
Killer cops walking free across the entire country while anti-racist protesters are brutalized and arrested.
The diverse group included different ages, different races, but they were unified.
How can you do anything else than be out here right now?
I can't study right now. I'm in dental school. And all I have to do is be here because what the actual, it makes no sense.
Feeling like there's nothing left to do in 2020 except march, that's exactly what they did. They marched a mile to BPD headquarters. And then another mile and a half to Peters Park.
This means we demand that they reopen the cases.
And then another mile and a half to City Hall. And the crowd didn't lose any energy as they honored the life and mourned the death of Breonna Taylor, a black woman shot and killed by white police officers who were executing a search warrant.
It's not up to black people to do anything. We've done everything. It's up to white people that are privileged, that sit at the top of every sector of our world right now to speak up, spread awareness, and get some stuff done, because this ain't it.
And this crowd in full support.
It's really simple. I believe that if you only live a life where you're not fighting for other people, then you're not really living a life worth living. We're out here to get justice for Breonna Taylor and for every other black person in America that's been treated unfairly by this racist justice system.
I see the tears in your eyes. Why does this mean so much to you?
We're tired. Black women are tired.
And they say they were tired not from having to march 4 miles today, but they were tired from having to march, they say, for the last several decades. And there was some rhetoric, a little bit of rhetoric tonight to do more than just marching, but things remained overwhelmingly peaceful. For now, that's very latest live outside City Hall tonight. Wale Aliyu, Boston 25 News.
Wale, it was interesting to hear people there say they are tired of marching. Were there any other actions they asked the crowd to take part in?
There was a little bit, but being tired and being frustrated was the overwhelming feeling. I heard somebody talk about feeling like, I mentioned decades, they've been marching on a hamster wheel and not seeing a lot of change. So there were some actionable items. Of course, voting always comes up. But even with that sentiment, there are some people who feel like because the system is so rooted against certain marginalized groups, voting doesn't really make a difference. But there was that push to vote, especially on the local level, not just the presidential level. And then there was also talk about education, educating ourselves and as well as financial literacy to potentially make a difference. Guys.
Wale Aliyu live in Boston tonight. Thank you.